My guest today is a former carpenter, professional holidaymaker, worldwide traveller and a fighter in the 13th Perth Corporate Rumble. Special thanks to New Choice Homes, helping homeowners bring their visions to life since 2009 and now the major sponsor of today's guest. So please welcome Mr. James Calway. So well, there's four each. Yeah, let's go through your photos. You haven't seen any of those?
No, I haven't seen any.
Let's go with those shoes, mate.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about wearing the boxing shoes on the day.
Oh, so you've got boxing shoes?
Yeah.
What colour?
Blue and red.
Oh, both?
Both.
In the same shoe or a set of blues and a set of reds?
No, blue outside, red inside. One of my mates is he trains at Scrappy MMA.
Oh,
so
hang on. I was having this conversation yesterday.
Probably James as well.
With James, he trains there.
It's a small world with me and James. If we end up fighting each other, that'd be golden.
I heard that you may or may not have called him out. Is that true?
I don't think I called him out, but I've done a little bit of boxing before this, so I kind of walked in and you sort of see your people the same sort of weight, height with you and kind of skill level. And I've thought, after the first couple of training sessions, I looked at him and I thought, look, he's probably one of a couple of guys that I might be fighting.
Yeah.
But it's...
Because where are you? Here's your weight and everything. It says there he's 187. That's questionable.
He's not 187. I'm as tall as James. He's put the high heels on for that one.
So you weighed in at 85 and he was 90.
Yeah,
He's definitely dropped some weight since then.
I'm a little bit more than 85, so I'm about 88 at the moment. So
that might be a matchup then.
I think that's what I was kind of looking at going, that might be my matchup.
Yeah. This all gets decided on Sunday.
Yeah, him, like Jared as well.
Chamberlain.
Yeah, Bernard.
Jesus, imagine fighting Jared Chamberlain.
Yeah, he's
a
weapon, that bloke.
Jared Barnard, he's in tomorrow?
Yeah, he's a really good guy. It's funny because the guys that I'm probably looking at fighting are the guys I'm probably connected with the best.
Yeah.
So probably James and Jared are the guys that I walk when I go in, I have a good chat to and catch up and...
There's no ill feelings, though.
No, absolutely not. And I'd actually love to fight one of them. It'd be good.
Really?
But yeah.
You could always run it past them. I mean, Glenn and I should have the final say, but you could always run it past them.
Right. I'll see how they give me. I don't really mind either way, but
You could market it like King James.
I know, that's what I thought.
Oh, the marketing is coming to me.
It's a small world because he's good mates with Josh Della Maddalena, who's Jack's older brother.
Yep.
And my best mate is Ryan Gray, who Josh and Ryan are both head trainers at Scrappy MMA. So they both know each other really, really well. So I've had a little bit to do with Josh and not so much Jack, but a bit more Josh.
Yeah.
But just through mutual acquaintance of Ryan.
Yeah.
And then it was even more funny that James's sponsor is the guy that I go to for my massage as well.
Oh, it's called...
Anthony...
Jeez, I should have known this. I only posted this today. There's so many sponsors flying around.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's have a look. I'm sorry to do this to you.
I can't remember what his business is called as well.
There's so many sponsors. This thing, why is this taking so long today? I don't even know. I've clicked on too many buttons here. Your videos.
It starts with a H. It's like Hyper Performance or something like that.
I can't believe I forgot. High Performance Body Therapies.
That's the one.
What are I'll get on to your sponsor in a sec. But so they do your massage. Didn't he put you on to them for your arm or something?
James put them on to for Harv, I think, as well, for his arm.
Oh, Harj, yep.
Yep, Harj, yep. So
is he going too hard in sparring?
I don't know.
That's what he's been doing.
Don't know.
Because I was watching him.
Yeah.
I was like, calm down, Harj. You are going to injure someone.
It's but yeah, I went and saw him before we started doing this because I had a couple issues with my neck.
Yeah.
I was getting some headaches and stuff. So Ryan said go see him, and he sorted me out.
Good.
And I've booked in for next week to go see him again. So he's just been on holiday. I did hurt my arm a little bit, and I was going to go see him, but of course that's the 1 week he's off in Bali. So the 1 week I really needed him, he's gone.
And your sponsor, I'll lead on from their sponsor to your sponsor.
Easy.
I do like the merch that you've got on today.
Yes.
I do like some just filthy product placement.
That's it.
I do. I love it. I love it when it's so obvious. I can't get enough of it. Okay. It is New Choice Homes.
That's the one.
You've got hat and shirt. You work for them. You turned up in the New Choice Homes vehicle.
That's it.
Tell me who from New Choice Homes gave you the thumbs up.
Mike, the GM, was the one who gave me the heads up. I spoke to Tony, my construction manager, as well.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a chat to Tony and sort of ran the idea past him and said, do you think that Mike would be interested in it? But they're a really, really good company and they're super supportive of their workers.
Staff?
So, yeah, like Mike will go and I've heard, I don't know personally, but I've heard him going to other supervisors' gigs. He's gone and watched their bands play and they're really supportive of their workers and encouraging you to do a lot of, especially physical activity and those kind of things outside of the workplace to keep you nice and fit, because supervising can be a job where you're driving around a whole lot in your car, sitting down a lot and not doing a whole lot of physical activity.
Yeah.
So they're really encouraging about getting up, getting fit and getting active as well.
That's pretty rare nowadays.
Yeah, it is. They've just brought in an incentive this year as well to give $500 to their employees to put back towards like a gym membership or those kind of things as well. So
it's almost like the complete opposite of the way things are going.
Exactly. And yeah, I really appreciated that. And as soon as I signed up and the guys got behind me and sponsored me, they've put out a company-wide email and said, everyone get around James and support him and have a chat to him when I'm in the office every fortnight. And
because this isn't a small company either.
No, they're under the Spadaccini group.
Yep.
So that's the parent company.
Yep.
New Choice are sort of the mid to high tier sort of homes. So where Spadaccini's like the multi-million-dollar ones in South Perth and those places like that. But I've been a supervisor. I think I've been working there for almost 9 months now, and love it. Honestly, love it there. So
that's good. That'd have to keep a lot of staff, because staffing, from what I hear, staffing is the biggest headache in any business.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they're doing all these incentives and people are happy at work, you're going to hang around.
That's exactly it. And that's my main, because when I I'm a roof carpenter by trade.
Yep.
So I was working in on the tools before I'd supervised before, but then I went on the tools again.
Do you miss the 40-degree days up on the roof, mate?
There's not really many days on the roof that are good, to be honest. Winter, raining, shit. Summer, hot, shit. You get about a month or two a year every year in that spring.
Still.
But yeah, it's nice in those days. But no, I wanted to get back into supervising because I tried it for about 2 years before and just probably wasn't in the right time of my life to be doing it. I was not as organised and had a lot more instability. Like, I wasn't stable in my life as I am now.
Yep.
I wasn't set up quite as well.
You weren't engaged to that lovely young lass that
exactly.
I heard about.
That's
Is it Naomi?
Naomi, yes.
Naomi, that's the one.
Yes. My beautiful fiancée who we got engaged last year.
You've done well there.
Yeah.
I mean that in the most respectful way.
No,
but you've done well. Good. Well done, son. Well done.
Well. So,
there we go. I've even got your travel proposal photo. Why'd that go down? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. That's why.
Yeah, we got engaged over in Melbourne last year.
Let's have a look at this photo. You've done some travelling. Let's get into that a bit later.
Yep.
Come on, where's this photo? I saw it.
Oh, that was in Japan the year before, but that was our little hot spring that we've been floating to. So
have I? There, I clicked on the wrong button. Look at you there. Where is that?
That is at the Sky Tower in Melbourne. So we went there. We always try and go over once a year. I've got family over in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So we go over and pop over and see them, say hello, and go over, watch the footy as well, make a bit of a trip of it.
Oh,
so,
yeah. You an AFL fan?
Yeah, I'm a West Coast fan, unfortunately, at the moment. But
right.
Naomi's a Bulldogs fan, so we go over and watch them play. But yeah, overall, we went over there and surprised her, set it all up. I don't think she had any idea.
Really?
So,
how long have you been with her?
Coming up 5 years. So we've known each other forever. Went to high school together.
Oh, nice.
So
same year?
Same year, yep.
Okay.
Same group of friends. We sort of had our moments through high school, but it never quite worked out. And then we both went and did a lot of travel. I went and travelled a fair bit, sort of after high school, and she went and did some travelling a bit later on. But she got back and messaged me late one night, early one morning, and
nice. That's the best time to send a text.
Yeah, so I said, "Oh, look, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I've got work in the morning, but I would catch up another time." So she's going to hate me saying that. To be fair, but
so she texts you for a catch up at about 2 a.m.
Yeah, it might have been even
nice
a bit later.
one, Naomi.
So, yeah, nice one. But yeah, she'll hate me saying that, but it's true. So,
did you ask her dad for permission? Did you go down?
I went and saw her mum.
Okay.
So she doesn't really have a whole lot to do with her dad,
Yeah.
but so I went down and sawn her mum.
It's a respect thing. That's you got to do that.
Yeah, I made a bit of a excuse to go down there. She's been trying to get me to put some shelving in down at her house, and so I popped down and said I'd measure it up and asked her at that time. So
she excited?
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Karen.
That's my
that's
mum.
your mum.
Yeah,
she's the one that posted the photo.
Yeah, no. So Naomi's mum Sandra was very excited, and yeah, it was good. And so we went to the tower, and they'd go out on the edge platform. So it's good. I kind of planned it. I wanted somewhere that would take a photo for the memories, because I knew Naomi would really appreciate that. Yeah. So, but obviously being over in Melbourne, we didn't have any family and friends around to...
Who took the photo?
It was actually like set up in the Edge experience. So you go out up I think it's like 150 floors up in the air. And
150, really?
It's the highest point in Melbourne, and you go out into a little box and it pushes you out over the Melbourne like CBD, and then
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying. I was shitting myself just because of the heights, and then also knowing that I was going to propose as well. So, it was. I love that I did it, but like probably wouldn't have done that again if I knew how terrified I was going to be out there.
Yeah.
So
only because I would think this, being a tradie. Did you start to question maybe some of the tradies' work on that glass floor?
I was looking at it a fair bit and thinking, I'm pretty confident, but Naomi was freaking out, going, "Look, this does not look safe," and because it's all blacked out, and then once you get fully over, it opens up and you can actually see through. So
that's too much for me. I'd have a heart attack.
Yeah, they've got a camera set up in the top which does take photos. So I emailed them before and let them know what was happening and let them know I was going to propose. So. Had them there ready to take some photos of us in an action shot. So
did you say yes straight away?
Yeah, she did.
Of course she did.
She did.
That haircut is fresh you've got on there as well.
I knew I was getting down on one knee, so I had to get it done.
Look at that. You look sharp.
I had to get it done. So we went out, did that, and we went out to a really nice dinner after. Went to Meat and Wine Co. on the... What's it called? The little estuary thing there.
I'm not good with Melbourne.
Yeah, I love it over there, but... I know it all, but I don't know the names of places, and I just know where I'm going.
Yeah.
I've been over there a lot, but I love it over there. I could easily move there.
And your parents are there?
My dad's side of the family's from there.
Oh, okay.
He's been over in Perth for since he was about 19.
Okay. So you've always been here?
I've always been here. But his family is from that side.
Okay.
So got my poppy and my auntie over there.
Okay. And what's Naomi do?
She works at FBR.
Besides being the luckiest girl around.
That's it. She works at FBR, Fast Brick Robotics. So they build...
like the sound of this.
Yeah, they build houses with the big solid blocks with a big machine that sort of places them in place. So trying to get rid of the bricklayers, essentially.
Well, not the 3D printed ones.
Not the 3D printed, but
I think I've seen this. Is this sort of like not the limestone blocks?
Big stack block type things.
Yeah.
They're like probably that big.
And then put the ties between them or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like
I've never seen it in progress, but we've gone past and gone through seen a couple of the houses which are around near our area.
Where are you from?
I'm in South. We live in South Perth.
Okay.
Yep. So they've done a couple in like St James and a couple of builds sort of around the city as well.
Yeah.
So we just went past on our way out and about to go and have a bit of a look and see. So just because I'm in the industry, so I was pretty intrigued to see what's going on.
I can see that's the way things are going. I saw a whole bunch of, just down in Albany, and I saw a few sea container houses. You know, they've turned that.
Yeah.
I think there is dramas with those. I don't actually know what it is, but
they've got to be done right. You got to know what you're doing. That's probably our 5-year plan is to move down to Margs. And my old man's worked at the wharfs for about 40 odd years, so he's retired now. But he knows a lot of people down there and can get sea containers quite easily. So probably be hitting him up and get a couple of those and put them together. And
aren't they good to be buried as well? No,
yeah.
That sounds weird.
Yeah,
Set up a little lab down there. But apparently, if you dig out, they're good for
like a sunken garages, and like basements and type stuff, because
a wine cellar.
Yep, definitely. So we're thinking about hopefully getting a bit of a property down in Margaret River and put a couple of those on and rent some Airbnbs out. And
price of property down there is out of control.
It is, but if we go
out of control,
a little bit further out, we might be able to get something. So see how
there's still a lot of land down there.
Yeah, there's
surely someone can't own all this land.
No, once you get sort of out from that inner Margaret River, it's okay. If you go a little bit further out to like Witchcliff and these other places around, we were down there on the weekend actually visiting a friend. So missed my first training session on Sunday. So
they did bring that up to me.
Yeah, I said
you have been at every one I've been
at
to.
Every single one. So
that's commitment.
And I'm doing training other than that as well. So I'm doing a couple of days down at Scrappy MMA as well. And
you're serious. You're taking this.
Yeah, I am. I'm taking it seriously because I said, look, I'd be really disappointed in myself if I go out there, lose the fight, and sit back and go, I didn't take it seriously. I didn't put in 100%. That kind of thing would irk me. So I've just said, look, I'll go out there, I'll do my best. If I lose, if I sit back and I know that I've put in 100%, then no problem at all.
Yeah.
So
is that microphone giving you a bit of grief? Is that dropping down?
I think
can you bend it up a bit?
Right there.
There we go. I think this thing here tilts.
That's better?
There we go.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry to just cut you off there.
All good. No, but yeah, I set up, I want to do it properly. And so I'm eating really well, like not drinking, doing all the right things, and then if I lose, so be it.
Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
I think that's it. If you do put the work in, you lose. We go. There's nothing more I could do.
Exactly, and I'm fine. It's a like charity boxing. It's not serious. I'm not building a career out of this, but I still want to turn
pro.
Exactly. I still want to know that I've put in 100% and done it properly. Yeah. So if that happens and I lose, so be it. I'll go away and have a great time, but I'd be disappointed in myself if I didn't give it a good crack.
Oh, yeah.
So
I was talking to Michael from Diamond Discipline about this morning. He actually fought at PCR 5.
Okay.
Fight 9. And we just have a look at the difference in quality of fighters from then till now.
Yeah.
And I think it was about PCR 9. PCR 7 was cancelled because of COVID. But all of a sudden, it wasn't a bit of fun. I mean, everyone enjoys it and they love it. But it was like, no, this is serious now.
Yeah.
We are going to... Everyone's fighting to win.
Yeah.
And everyone's gracious in defeat, which is always good to see. But the standard of boxing is by far the best. I think it's better than a lot of amateur boxing, like actual people trying to become pro.
You got some pretty good guys down there teaching you and showing you the ropes. So
Glenn and Craig.
Yeah. And,
sorry, Glenn and Nigel.
Yeah, Glenn and Nigel. Yeah.
Sorry, Nigel.
But with even like Glenn and Nigel doing their thing as well, but then you've got all the past like people who've been down and done it before and sort of they're all take the piss and they go, oh, I'm only going to help you if you're on red team or blue team, but
that'd help you.
They're all helping you either way.
Doesn't matter.
I was down with Mongy on Saturday doing some sparring.
If you're not in blue team, I was going to say Mongy and Justin Abernathy, if those two clowns are down there and you're not on blue team, they will not talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. So he said, he was teaching me some things and playing around. He goes, look, if you're on red team, just forget everything we've been discussing today. So, but yeah, it's all...
He will stick by you. He's a good man, Mongy. Yeah. He's always there helping out.
That's it. So
it's handy.
Yeah, exactly it. And that's the thing. If you got a question, you want to learn something, just got to ask. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I've done a bit of boxing before. I think I kind of started off maybe like a tiny step ahead of other people just with knowing some of the basic stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everyone catches up pretty quick.
Mm.
At the first 1 or 2 sessions, I was thinking, okay, I'm a little bit ahead of some of these people. And then now I'm like, okay, everyone's at the same level, and it's all about being fit now, I think. So
it is, and cardio, that third round is when people 100%. Go, I wish I would have put in that bit of extra training.
Yeah,
there must be. I haven't ever done boxing, but there must be nothing worse than not being able to breathe, and then you hear that round 3. You must be kidding.
It's even worse if it's round 2 and then you can't breathe.
There's been some people in the past. You go back and have a look at some of the old ones. They're all up on YouTube, people. And some of the people can barely hold their hands up at the end of round 2.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, you got to go again.
Yep, that's it. So it's just the different. You can go for a run, but that's not the same kind of training as you need. Like that's what I think a lot of my mates who've never boxed before, they're going, oh, you just got to get up and run in the morning. I'm like, okay, thanks for that, Chief. Like
it's completely different.
Yeah, it's not the same training.
It's like being a good swimmer.
Yeah, exactly.
So the swimming portion of the fight.
I'm sure it will do something for your fitness overall, which it will, but I hate running, so I'm just going to prefer to go hit the bag instead, and it's a different kind of fitness. So
running's overrated.
Yeah.
And you get some people who have never even put on gloves before.
Yeah.
And you can see them, they don't know how to rub hands or anything.
Yep.
And the women always impress me.
Yeah.
How they go from, we had a lady by the name of Jasmine Barraleek, I believe her name was, and she had never boxed before, and she put on just a quality performance.
Yeah.
She kicked it off last year. And some of the females just come along like you wouldn't. Riley Ovens, who's actually come back, I think he's in your group.
Yeah, okay.
Easy Bakes, he's a quiet guy. And he was one the same. He fought his housemate, I think, a couple of years back. And the progress he made from the start until the end was just absolutely incredible in 9 weeks.
Yeah.
It's got to come down to how good the trainers are. I mean, it's the fighter's attitude as well, but the training, how smart those guys are.
Yeah, and it's just listening to there's a lot of, they'll give you sort of a lot of general advice as well, but there's some specific advice if you kind of ask questions and dig a little deeper that really does help. Like
when you break off into the teams, that's when it becomes a lot more personal.
Yeah, definitely. And it's even, I'm horrible with names, but there's a couple of people down there that I'm not even going to try because I'll get it wrong. But
come on, have a stab.
I've
got the photos right here of everyone.
Who, not the participants, some of the coaches. So the lady,
Chiari?
The lady who's the world
Claire.
Yeah, like Claire.
Have you seen her box?
Yeah, I've seen her hit the bag.
God.
Like they're awesome, and they're super willing to sort of give you some advice. Like when I hurt my shoulder the other day, I was just pretty depleted. Like I was going, I've been here for a couple of hours and just felt like jarring pain all through it. I'm thinking the worst as you do. And she came over and just said, hey, look, like, don't worry about it. It happens. Shit happens. You're going to get injured. You're going to be hurt. She goes, go put your gloves on and go do something else. Go work on your left hand. Go work on your hooks. Go work on your jab. Like, you can always do more work. And that, like, things like that just sort of get you back up again.
Very intelligent, that lady.
And she's going, when I was doing my world title fight, I had a broken hand. So she goes, suck it up and get back into it. I'm like, yep, fair enough.
The quality of people they bring down there.
Yeah, solid. Really good.
That is next level. That is, and more, I mean, you pick up one thing from someone like her.
Yep.
And how's her attitude?
Yeah.
She's such a good attitude.
Yep.
I saw her and went, oh, she's going to be painful. She's not. She's a complete opposite. She's a delight to deal with.
Yep.
She's such a benefit to the PCR, that lady.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of the, as some of the, like Nige and stuff have said, you haven't even met some of the guys who will come down yet because they'll come down when we break off because they're strictly red team, strictly blue team. So
you got to see it, mate. It's a circus. When the teams split off and everyone becomes one-eyed, it is a circus, and you'll see all the everyone and everyone's welcome. That's the beauty. All the old fighters are welcome to come back down.
Yeah, because one of my mates did it last year.
Oh, who's that?
Zach.
Oh yeah, there were two Zachs. We had Zach Harani.
Not Harani.
And then we had Zach, Big Zach. He fought. Oh, I was actually just watching his fight. Jesus.
I've known him for 15 years. His last name's
Zach. He fought Brent. Hang on. Oh, Jesus. How about that? How I'm normally so good with the names. Hang on. Have I got it up here? I've got the sheet up here.
Oh, buddy.
Where are you?
Where is it? Zach Stewart.
Zach Stewart.
That's the one.
Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, sorry, Zach.
Jeez.
God, I don't know. I might just having a brain fart there.
Zach Stewart, he fought Brent Whiteley. So. That's right. He got up. He got up for the win.
Yep.
Brent, I thought, if I was a betting man, nothing against Zach at all.
I was always betting Zach.
Well, I actually went Brent in this one only because I knew what Brent had gone through to get there.
Yeah.
And I went, this man's heart's going to get him over the line.
Yeah, Zach has just such a will when he puts his mind to things. Yeah. You see that he is 100% committed. He's like I am this year, but 10 times. He was working his ass off to get there, because I remember chatting with him at the start when he started, and then seeing him probably 2 weeks from the fight, and he just looked like a completely different bloke. He dropped so much weight, and just
was great, Nick.
Telling me about his training, and he's going morning, lunchtime, nighttime. He was putting in the work. So.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to chat to him in here, unfortunately. I think I ran out of time. But yeah, he was definitely one I would have liked to have a talk to.
Yeah, great bloke.
Well, he did well on the night to get the win.
Well, I said last year, look, when he
don't talk it up on the night.
No, I posted, I said, look, I'll do it next year. And then he messaged me probably 2 weeks from when you could enroll, and just said, hey, mate, you're up. So I was like, all right.
So many people talk a big game on the night.
I said I was going to do it, so I'll do it. Like, let's go.
I think your name was one of the first ones I saw, because I saw the list in, December.
Yep.
And yours was up there.
I applied pretty much straight away. Zach said as soon as pretty much a week out, he messaged me, and I said, all right, no worries.
And he said it is going to happen for you.
Yeah, so and then because Xavier knows Ryan, because he trains down at Scrappy as well, so he asked Ryan, I said, I see you're mutual friends with James Calway, and is he a good bloke? And Ryan said, absolutely not, but you should get him in. But,
he's a punching bag?
Yeah, he said he's absolutely not a good bloke, but you should definitely get him around it. So
this is how many, where are we? See that number there?
Yep.
That's how many entries we had.
Yeah, okay.
So it is not a walk-up start for anyone.
No, that's it. So, yeah, I was really keen to get it done, because I thought now's the good time for me. Don't have any kids, don't have anything yet, so I can commit to training. Hopefully trying to have a family next year, or later this year, sorry. So I thought now's the time.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
That's quite rare that everything lines up for you.
Yeah, I just thought this would be a really good year. I've been boxing for about 6 to 9 months before, sort of semi-casually, maybe going down 2 to 3 times a week, and just thought, you know what, I'd really like to commit properly towards something. I'd want to have... I'm always better when I'm training towards something, when I've got a goal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of those people, if I don't have a goal, I kind of sort of drift in the wind a little bit and half commit, half don't. But when I have a goal and I'm doing something, I'll give it 100%. So,
and it's the perfect opportunity, because you're obviously in a fight, but you are the most... You couldn't be more protected in a fight than you are here.
Exactly.
In the sense of the matchups are just so close.
Yep.
And the refs are world class, and everyone looks after you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's I don't know. There's little things that you don't think about till someone brings them up, and someone did bring it up to me the other day, just saying that it's weird. It's the only place you feel safe.
Yeah.
And you're going into a fight.
It's good.
Madness.
A lot of people are saying, "Are you nervous? Are you this?" I'm saying I'm not, but I'm sure on the night I'll get some nerves. Like, I'm 100% sure once you hear the crowd.
Have you been to an event?
No, I haven't.
You didn't go to Zach's?
I didn't get to go last year, so I had something on. I can't remember what it was, but didn't get in.
I say it a lot, but it is a spectacle.
Yeah.
It is. I still get pumped after all these years. I still get nervous when I go in there. I'm not even fighting.
Yeah,
and at about 2 o'clock, I'll go in there and I'll just have a look at everything and have a look at my seat, make sure everyth's fine. Just a bit of OCD, testing everything out, making sure my seat's straight. And it is daunting.
Yeah.
Some people thrive in that, though.
I feel like I will, but you just don't know until the day. So
I'm not trying to make you nervous.
No, I don't. Don't
you
usually
don't get nervous.
But I don't usually, but I'm sure I will get some nerves. I think you'd be silly if you didn't have nerves. So
yeah,
I think it wouldn't make sense.
But some people just rise to that.
Yeah. We'll have to wait and see on the night.
If you were, traditionally, I think a lot of the first, say, 2 out of the first 3 fights are the female fights, so you don't have to worry about being first one out. But imagine being red, because red always comes out first. Imagine being red team fight 1.
That'd be pretty intense.
But then it'd be over first.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you've got 7 hours of...
Then it's over and you can go have some beers and catch up with family and friends. So
if you do manage to bring home the belt, is that going to be displayed in New Choice Homes for you?
We'll have to see where it goes.
Because you get the cutout as well.
Yeah, I'll probably take the cutout home, put that up in their little spare room or something like that. So
there was talk this year we're going to put some like kickboards out in front of your shoes Because some people have got some suspect shoes on. Yours aren't too bad. And that's going to have...
That's fair.
And you have names and sponsors on there as well.
Yeah, okay.
So just make sure you get hold of that. Don't leave it till midnight before you grab your little cutout and get it out of there, because they go missing.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I'll get it. I'll make sure. So
that'd be good for New Choice Home, having your cutout there with
the belt.
With the belt just over the shoulder.
That'd be nice. Focus on winning the fight first, and then we'll worry about what happens with it afterwards.
So why did you apply? Is it just things you just needed this challenge? You needed some focus?
I just felt like it was time. Like, I've always wanted to have a fight. Some of my best mates have done some fights. Ryan was a Australian champion in his weight division for a couple of years. I saw he had a neck surgery, which is why he lost his belt. Yeah, and I've got a couple of mates who've trained and all kinds of different stuff. So I thought I'd always love to do it. I've always wanted to do it, and I've always talked shit saying I will do it. And
you talk shit.
And now's the time.
And with Zach, did Zach speak highly of the event?
Yeah, he said he loved it. He said he had a great time. He recommended doing it, and I knew Ryan Kong. He did it probably years ago. So
do you remember that fight?
I know Ryan from high school days. So I saw him do it years ago.
He's a good man, right?
Yeah, he's a great bloke. I haven't seen him in ages, but
he is heavily involved with this Pathways boxing event at the RSC Arena.
Yeah, okay. I
think he's involved in that.
Well, he does a lot of social media stuff and advertising, and he's got his own
in Perth now.
Yeah, he's got his own media company with Adam as well. I played cricket and stuff with him as well. What's that? Adam Perich. I think he's a partner, and
okay.
I hope I'm saying that right. I haven't seen the boys in a while, but free plug for Ryan. There you go, mate.
Nice one, Ryan. Thanks. We went through his video. He fought Asen.
Yeah, okay.
PCR 6.
I can't remember. Did he win?
No, it's worth. I'm not going to go into what happened, but it's worth watching that fight.
Yeah,
that was a cracker. It is the only. I hope it's all right for me to say this, guys, but it is the only fight that I've ever seen where there was bad blood.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Fair enough.
And it was funny. I think, cut a long story short, one of Ryan's mates, I think, was trying to support him and gave Asen a bit of a whack on the way out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then it turned ugly. And then from memory, Ryan threw a jab during, you go into the middle of the ring and you face off.
Yeah.
Ryan threw a jab.
Sounds like Ryan.
And anyway, I get on well with Asen, and I got a lot of time for Ryan as well. But that fight itself has always been a funny one, and I've watched it a few. We were watching it the other day.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and have a look at that one, to be fair.
They are all on. All of them except for PCR 1. Cannot find any footage from PCR 1. I don't know why. Chiari fought in it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it happened.
It did happen. It was called Pro 9 back in the day.
I'd be pissed if that was the one you fought in and you won and there's no footage of it. You can't find anything. So.
I think Andrew Embley fought in it as well.
Okay.
Like the footballer.
Yep.
I think. I should. Anyhow, I'll find out. I've been saying that for years. I probably won't find out, but I'll try to find out. How did you manage to fit in 9 weeks of training with all of your travels? Because you're a travelling man, and this is the photo I clicked on before by mistake. What are you wearing there?
That's our little robes. We're in Japan. We're up in the mountains of Hakone, which is just about 2 hours north of Tokyo. So,
you've done obviously excessive travelling.
Yeah.
This photo here, by the way, this is what I was going to kick the whole thing off with. Firstly, where is this one?
That's Banff.
In Canada?
Yeah, in Canada.
That's right.
So
why it looks that lake there looks a touch frosty, considering it's got about 6 inches of snow on it.
Yeah.
And you are rocking a t-shirt and shorts. Do you feel the cold?
Not that much. I was that typical Aussie over there who'd always wear his flip-flops and his thongs and t-shirt and shorts. We were going for a hike that day. So
but it's Banff and it's snowing.
But it does get so hot. I think I had a jumper in the bag, so I think we'd pretty much walked halfway around the lake at that point. So I was hot. I run hot.
Not me, man. No. I would have been in the full thermal suit.
I lived over in Canada for about 3 years or so. So
as all good Aussies should.
Yeah, I did about 2 years straight, and then ran out of money and came back for a year, and then went over with a good mate of mine, Byron, and who I met over there, and we bought a van and drove across Canada for about a year. So,
how did you go once you'd spent your 2 years there, come back? Did you find it hard to adjust to life?
Very much so, yeah.
It's
hard. Weird because a lot of your friendships have changed. There's a lot of people that you hadn't spoken to. You're standing in like the group of mates is all shifted, and it was a weird time coming back. I felt a bit odd, but I just came back and just smashed work and worked my ass off. I was roofing, and then I was bartending at night to just try and save as much money as I could get
to get back
over there. Yeah.
Do you still feel it?
Nah, not anymore. I think I've scratched that itch. I'm just at a different point in my life now. So,
how old are you now?
32.
Okay,
so
it's good age.
Yeah, I was.
At your time.
When I went over there? I was about 22 when I went over there.
Okay.
So travelled for about 3 odd years, and then came back after that and was doing some sort of shift work. But I was working 2 and 1 down at the wharf in Freo. So my weeks off, I was going to Bali and going down south and doing all that kind of sort of different stuff as well. But then me and Naomi she went to Canada as well. I think she'll say I somewhat inspired her, but we had a couple of friends who did the Canada thing.
She was following you, wasn't she?
She was just trying to catch up with me. But
jeez, just give me some space, Naomi. Jeez.
But yeah, she went over there and did like a year or so over there as well, and then came back, and we both sort of still like travelling, but not living abroad like we did back then. So.
Are you a fan of the Asian countries?
Yeah, we went to Japan, and
I did see, because most of your photos, I thought that's because you know how people normally focus on a continent.
Yeah,
and we're like, for me, it'd be Europe, but I
haven't been to Europe. That's the one place I haven't been. But
don't get me started.
My sister, who's just up a little bit further up, her and her partner Abby are actually.
Is this your sister?
Yeah, that's my sister, and that's
your sister.
Yep, and that's her partner Abby.
Yep,
and that's my beautiful little niece Dakota. That's my other sister's kid.
Look who posted the photo. Karen Calway.
Karen posts everything. She'll definitely
is Karen going to be there on the night?
Yeah, she's going to be there.
I'm going to go and say hello to Karen. Make sure you look out for me, Karen.
Hey, Mum, she'll be listening, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
She'll
shout out Karen Calway. Let's click on Karen for a quick second. Hope that's not weird.
That's all right.
Oh, she's going to be dressed. She's going to be dressed up.
That's her and her partner Mike. And then,
Karen and Mike.
I'll have all the family there. Dad will be there, and my cousin Craig, and and then there's Nana. So
the whole gang.
The whole gang.
All right. Well, Karen and Mike, come and find me on the night. Come say hello. So we'll talk about the Asian countries.
Yep.
So is it still? I know a lot of people will go to the Asian countries because of the exchange rate and the cost.
Yeah, it's just cheap, easy holiday. Like, there's so many cool places over there. We're actually going to South Korea the day after the fight. So
you said that?
Yeah. So we're going over there for 2.5 weeks the day after the fight.
Why South Korea?
Just because we'd already done Japan. So,
do you remember, when did you first go to Japan?
Last year.
Okay.
So we went there for 3 weeks last year.
Because up until about, say, 3 years ago, I'd never heard of anyone going to Japan. It just wasn't a destination.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden, everyone's going to Japan.
Super popular now, because I think Bali had that thing where it was very cheap and affordable, but it's not that cheap and affordable anymore.
Really?
So compared to what it was, it's not like it used to be, and I think it's just so busy and so touristy now.
Yeah.
I think people are sort of looking at the other Asian countries as well. So Japan's amazing. Like, I think it's probably my favourite place that I've ever been. I loved it over there. Yeah, I really loved it.
Do you know people always speak very highly of it?
I haven't heard anyone say they didn't love it.
Because they reckon everyone's so polite, so safe. Do you think the safety thing must come into it a bit?
It's so safe and it's so clean. Like, you walk down the street in the major city in Tokyo where there's millions of people and there's not a single bit of rubbish on the floor. You can't find a cigarette butt. You can't find a bit of gum. Like, it is immaculate, clean, easy. No, seriously, like, it is.
No gum. Remember that when people used to smoke a lot? The black spots.
But there's not even people smoking. Like, that's the thing. They have designated little areas in the street where people who can smoke can go. So you can't walk down the main thoroughfare and have a cigarette. You have to go off and distance yourself away from everybody else to have a cigarette.
That's so
It's
different to other Asian countries,
yeah,
where they're just lighting up in restaurants.
Yep, it's so organised and so like structured. It's even you going up an escalator, they'll have everyone will be standing on one side, and there'll be a clear lane for people who are in a hurry on the left-hand side, so you can just run and keep going up the elevator to catch your train. It's amazing. It's just everything runs like clockwork over there. So,
jeez.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful place. Couldn't recommend it highly enough.
And the people are happy there?
People are happy. People are so like nice. Everyone tries to speak English. You get people coming up to you in bars just wanting to have a chat with you so they can work on their English because they're trying to learn English. And yeah, me and Naomi loved it. We had an amazing time. Such an amazing time over there. So,
did you go to Super Nintendo World? That's all I hear about from my
kids. We went
to
we went to Universal Studios. So that's the Super Nintendo World is in that.
Okay.
So we went to Harry Potter World actually. So I see you with your. I've got my my
cool
wand.
is that?
Yeah, I bought my wand over there. So it cost me about 70 Australian bucks, but I went and got the full.
There's a pen.
Yeah, I went and got the full. Dumbledore wand, so I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So me and the missus are. So
I went to Harry Potter Land. You know the one in Walthamstow, sort of in the top of London.
Yeah,
where they've got there.
Yep.
We had to book 6 months in advance.
Yeah,
and then we got some horrible slot, like 6:30 at night slot.
Yeah, okay.
But that is outstanding. That place.
Well, we went to the one in Japan.
I do have kids, by the way.
Yeah,
okay, it's not for me.
Hey, I don't have kids, and I'm all about it. So. That was right in my sweet spot of childhood when the Harry Potters came out. So
yeah.
I love them.
I saw the premiere of the premiere of the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, okay.
In Leicester Square in the UK.
Oh, nice.
And Prince Charles rocked up. I was more impressed by that. But I saw this and I just thought, maybe this is just going to be another sort of movie, you know. And then I look back on it now, and it's a shame I didn't take more of it in.
Yeah,
because it was a spectacle with everyone there.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, I think I was just a little bit. I mean, I appreciate it now, obviously watching with the kids. But that Harry Potter, I think I was just a little bit not too cool, but just that little bit older, like in your early 20s. Yeah, I'm not watching Harry Potter. I'm not watching Wizards.
Yeah,
but no, I love that stuff.
All about it, mate. All about it. Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Do you know whose wand is this? I found this.
Dumbledore's.
This is okay. I found this.
The Master Wand.
I found this my son found it and I stole it off him. I found this on the ground in Edinburgh.
Yeah, okay.
And I picked it up and just made my way back, and it sits on my desk, and that is my prime pen, that one.
Oh, beautiful.
So you haven't been to Europe?
Nah, not yet. I've always wanted to go, but I've got friends over there, like my friend Sean, who's up in the top. The one over.
That one there.
He shout out to Sean. He will definitely be listening to this as well.
Shawnee boy.
I was having a chat to him the other day, and he said, "Please send me the link. I'll definitely have a listen."
Shout out to where's Sean right now?
He's over in England.
Do you know whereabouts?
London, I'm pretty sure. So,
Good old London. Sunny London. That's where most of us live.
Yeah, I'd love to go over there, and I got a couple of friends and Byron and other guys who I've met with my travels over the years and who live over there, but just never got around to it. And every time we look into it, we can go for half the cost to go to Japan and spend 3 weeks there and do it properly, or we can go and backpack around Europe for 6 weeks and spend triple the money. So.
Yeah, it is tough. It's accommodation.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Just hit up your buddy. So,
I know,
mate.
Everyone's
you got a couch.
All my mates are getting to that point in life now where they're starting to have kids and families, and so it's you're kind of getting past the point of sleeping on their couch,
especially with the missus.
Yeah,
as well.
Exactly. So,
mate, obviously I enjoy Europe, but if it's definitely not for everyone. And if you are loving Asia. And if you're heading to South Korea, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
Should you go to North Korea?
I don't think you're allowed. I
really?
don't think they let tourists in. You might not come back.
I don't know what the rules are.
Yeah, well, we're going up to the demilitarized zone, so to see the border, but I don't think you're allowed in. I think it's purely cut off. So it'd be really interesting to go check it all out.
With what's going on at the moment, I suppose it would be a bit sketchy.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to go.
What do you reckon is going to happen? Come on, we can actually timestamp this. Let's make some predictions. Tuesday, the 4th of March, 2025. What do we reckon is going to happen?
I'm a bit worried with what's going to happen in the world, to be fair. I live a pretty sheltered life and don't read too much news and don't listen to it. I don't go online a lot. I kind of just live in my own little bubble. And
did you see that interview? Did you see the sit down at the White House?
I haven't seen it. No,
it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, when World War III pops off, I'll be one of the last people to know. I'm sure of it. So
it's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
A friend of mine we were talking about the war and the possibility of World War III. Oh, it's just gone dark on this podcast, and it's funny. Like we might say, just say it kicked off tomorrow, and we say, all right, World War III started on the 5th of March, but the people say in the Ukraine will go, no, we've got it as starting 3 years ago. So like the start of World War III, it doesn't just start; it's sort of the accumulation of a number of small ones, and it kicks off. I think I've always been, it won't happen, but I think it's going to happen.
It seems like it's getting to boiling point, and I feel like for us, though, down here, we are...
You reckon we're one of the safest places?
I do. I think we are, but at the same time, if someone wanted to come and take it, we're also furthest away from all our allies, so we've got a pretty good deal down here. We've got a lot of minerals and pretty good place to live, but... I think everyone's scared of the sharks and the animals and the spiders. So hopefully that.
Imagine
and
that.
The drop bears and the drop bears.
The drop bears.
Yeah. So
imagine that. Imagine saying like we got all these nukes and everything, and someone goes, "Nah, I saw these spiders that are down around Perth. I'm not dealing with that."
They got the sharks. They got Steve with the stingrays. So yeah,
we won't turn this political, but I think by the end of this year, I think we are going to be in some Barney rubble. It's probably good to travel now when you can.
That's why I'm thinking South Korea is good, and then that'll be it for us for travelling for a bit because we'll come home and sort of start trying to have a family and settle down properly. After that, we just bought a house in
South Perth.
No, just got an investment property. So we're going through an agency called Infinite Wealth who does like a lot of your sort of finances and stuff.
Yeah.
They look up like good areas of growth and places like that are happening. So we got a property out in Henley Brook.
I know Henley Brook.
Out near the Swan Valley.
I call the wine region.
Yeah, exactly. So
the wine region.
Put a new train line out there recently and got a couple of...
That's a good hookup to get out to Henley Brook.
Yeah, building some schools out that way. So we're probably about a 6-minute walk from a primary school, which is good. So hopefully we're starting building that within about a month, and then that'll go from there. And by the time that's done, we'll look at getting another one. So
Henley Brook's a pretty good hookup as well, like with West Swan Road and you got the golf course, the Vines is just there.
Yeah.
And,
yep.
Great Northern Highway sends you north.
Yep.
It's a great place to be.
Yeah, exactly. We thought, look, we'll get an investment property there, get a family in, but if everything turns to shit, one day we're happy to live out there. So it's not that far really. It's only half an hour from the CBD.
We need to like a house, just an old weatherboard house in somewhere. I don't know, like Newman or something, just that little bit out.
Yep.
Just a bit, no, maybe not Newman, just somewhere where there's no minerals, it's just red dirt, everyone leaves you alone.
Yep,
we just camp out there for a while.
Yeah, that's it. And just head in.
Just head inland.
When the World War starts.
Yeah, and just come back about, every couple of years, see how everything's going.
Yeah, exactly. Stay away from the coasts.
So South Korea, that is impressive because that definitely is Seoul, South Korea?
Yeah, Seoul,
Should know that.
Then we're going to Jeju Island as well, which is just off it's essentially what it's like their Rottnest or their, I keep saying that, I've got it wrong. It's like a little island off South Korea.
Yeah.
It's like it's like their Hawaii. That's what.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go there for about 5 days at the end of the trip and maybe play a bit of golf out there. Yeah.
You're leading on to golf. I did see one of the videos here. What a tie-in. This is one of your...
that was at a golf course in Japan. So we went to the driving range there and we were hitting some balls.
Is that... they love their golf in Japan.
Yeah.
But there's not much room. Is it pricey to play golf?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Expensive?
So
that's what I heard.
We stayed on the golf course and just went to the driving range instead because I've played golf for years. I've played from about 13, 14. Yeah. So about almost 20 years now. Geez, that sounds wrong to say, but I've played with a couple of my mates of mine and we've had a bit of an interest in it, but then I've got Naomi involved in it a little bit lately.
She doesn't mind a bit of golf?
Yeah, no, she loves it. I bought her a set for Christmas.
Your size, just coincidence?
Yeah. Nah, she bought me a driver last year, so I thought I'll get her some golf clubs, and she's starting to get into it. So she just recently went and did a couple of lessons, and I talking shit to my mates, and I said, "Look, you guys suck so much, I could bring my missus and we'll beat you." And then
Big talk.
We did. So we took it.
Where'd you play?
Secret Harbour.
Okay.
Beat them by about 8 strokes, so that was pretty good.
I was at a Collier Park the other day.
Collier's good. That's right near where we are.
Oh,
so.
okay.
I got to admit, they did win the first one. So if they're listening back to this, I can't talk shit and just say we beat them. They beat us the first time. We beat them the second one. So we're up for round 3 very shortly.
Should put a wager on it.
I think that'll definitely be. Now we've won one each. They didn't take us seriously after the first one, but Naomi's got some lessons and she's firing now. So we're good to go.
Who took this video?
Naomi did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this? Can you hear this at the start? I can't work out what it is.
I got no
What is that?
Probably me clearing my throat.
Is
or
it
Naomi.
you?
It might be. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It was really windy that day. Like you'd be hitting it left and it'd just swing around.
You shanked it, is what happened.
Oh no, that was good. We only put the good one up.
Have a listen. It's weird. I focus on the wrong bits of a video, but I couldn't work out what that noise was.
I'm not sure what that one is. So.
How about that? That is the main reason I took this, is because I had to ask you what that noise was.
No, it was a very good one, that one. So, yeah.
Okay, and the other sports, you obviously love your golf. You're a AFL fan, West Coast.
Die hard.
AFLW. Let's talk.
AFLW. Oh, did I put that in there?
You put in that in there?
I haven't listened. Nah, not me.
Not your thing?
Nah, I didn't know I put that in there.
I'll talk about AFLW.
Go for it.
Oh, well.
Go for it.
Firstly, good on them.
Yeah, 100% good on them.
I remember when, and I'm happy to admit this, I remember when I heard it was all going to happen like 5 years ago. And I used to be involved in a team around here called Southern Thunder. They're like an amateur team. They're now with the Swan Districts. Anyway, they were talking about it, and I was being supportive, as I always have been, of the women's football. But I just thought there is, I can't see it working, and I can see this doing so much harm to women's football when it's like guys will always say, "Well, you had your chance, you messed it up."
Yeah.
And they have I'm glad they have, but they've proved me wrong. The standard of women's football is coming along. It reminds me a bit of this PCR.
Yeah.
They started at some point, and every year, better. There are going to be some guns soon.
There will be. I think the AFL did them dirty, to be fair, though. But I think they probably brought in too many teams at the start.
Yeah.
There wasn't the pool of players at the start, and they had. So that's why when it started, the quality wasn't as good, because they were trying to get a lot of girls from different sports and bring them over and just put them in the biggest league. So you had to kind of start it. AFL started with 6 teams, so start it with 5, start it with 6 teams, and build it out from there. And then once you've got the player pool, then expand. But I think they were in a rush. I mean, AFL are always in a rush to do everything, so rush to do it. But I'm a Freo AFLW.
Shame on you.
No, well,
West Coast all day.
I'm
for
West
me.
Coast, but I want to see the AFL. I want to see the Freo women's team win one before the men's. That's the only reason why. So just so I can give all my mates shit and say that your men's team have had 20, 30 years to do it, and the AFL women's team come in and get it done.
No,
so
I'm not an AFL fan, but 2 of my friends play for AFLW for the West Coast. So I am hardcore. Evie Gooch, I'll give her a shout out. Evie Gooch and Emma Swanson, 2 of my favourite people. They're both playing for AFLW. NBA. I used to have a big NBA sign here.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone used to give me a hard time, and I sold it about 6 months ago, and I regret doing it. It's a full-size thing. Who you into?
I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, but I was before they were cool. So
sure.
I'll have to I started getting into it when sort of Andrew Bogut was playing in the NBA, and I used to watch a lot of NBA, and but I never really had a team. So I thought, well, here's this team on the West Coast that's blue and gold like West Coast, and they've got this guy named Steph Curry who looks pretty good, and Andrew Bogut's playing for him, and jumped on board, and then they started winning. So
Bogut was a beast.
Yeah, he was an absolute beast.
Rough,
he was so unlucky that he snapped his leg in half. Otherwise, who knows how good he could have really been. So
that was when the Americans, the NBA, sort of the start of this new wave of European and internationals came in, when they used to just dismiss all the internationals, didn't they?
Yeah, they just said, "Oh, you're
it's not the Euro League.
You're soft. You're from Europe. Like you don't know how to play." And then you get these guys like Jokic and Doncic and Giannis, he's from Africa, but I think probably 5 of the top 10 at least players are not from America anymore. So I went over to San Francisco and watched a game with the Warriors. So forked out a lot of money to sit very, very close, which was good. So that was a bucket list thing that I wanted to do. And
hard to get tickets?
I got it like way out and booked them like well before I even booked flights over there. So I made sure that I'd had tickets to a good game that I wanted to see, and it went to overtime as well, and Steph Curry dominated. So it was awesome. I got that tattoo when I was over there. So on the
you are a fan.
Yeah, well, I've got this is like my little travel sleeve. So everywhere I go, I get like a little memoir almost. So this is like my Canada sleeve, and I've got my Japanese samurai eating some ramen up here from Japan, and Triple J for Australia.
I saw that. I thought that was a Triple J.
Yeah.
How long? When did you get that?
That was my first tattoo. So
how old?
18.
You know what?
Drunken in Bali.
No.
18 years old. That's
you
when
know
I
what?
got
When you were 18, so 15 years ago, Triple J was the goods.
Absolutely.
I fully respect that as an 18-year-old.
100%. I love Triple J, and I still appreciate what they're doing, but it's changed. Like, it's different.
It is garbage.
It's not... I don't listen to it anymore, but I do appreciate what they do for like young musicians and bringing them up and playing a lot of stuff. Like, I've got mates who from the UK, and they get a run on Triple J and stuff sometimes. So like
it's not what it was.
Yeah.
Do we still have the talent here?
I don't know. I think it's just a lot of mumble rap shit, and I'm not.
No, you know what?
Yeah, not me. So
the 90s and 2000s though. My god!
The Hottest 100 used to be like an event, and it used to be on Australia Day. It used to be just the biggest day of the year. One of my mates had a property out in Banjup, and we used to go out there with 60, 70 people and have
used to kick off at like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Get there at 8 a.m. and crack your first beer, and you'd stop drinking at 8 a.m. the next morning, and it was a whole time.
It just doesn't happen anymore.
Nah, it's different now. So.
I keep getting things pop up, and it said, the Triple J's Hottest 100 of 1998. And I just look, and I just go, the hits.
Yeah.
So many hits.
Yeah, so good.
And so many Australian bands.
Yeah, exactly.
With
Jebediah and all those bands in
Jebediah, what was it? Jebediah, one I saw had Powderfinger, Terminated, Jebediah, Grinspoon, Regurgitator.
Yep.
All the classics.
So good.
And then you have one international, but it'll be, I think, Wonderwall won it that year.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's Oasis. They're unstoppable as well. So it's a shame that we can't go back.
I still listen. That's where I listen to most of my music from still.
Triple J?
Yeah, no, from back those days. I'll go through it. I just make a massive playlist of the Hottest 100s from like mid-90s to probably late teens, 2018, probably.
That's pretty late.
Where it stops. So I don't mind some of that music still, but I just pick all my favourite songs out of there and chuck them in a big playlist and put that on repeat. So
nice.
Don't listen to a whole lot of new music these days.
We used to get them on the CD, and you used to have to go there. And I remember paying for it. Like, you got to pay for it prior, so the guy would hold it for you because you couldn't rock up because they'd get like 20 copies and they'd just go straight away.
I still got some of those old CDs, so. The Triple J
ones. The days.
Yeah.
They're gone now.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on with music now? You just wait till you tell me your walkout song, and if it's a bad one, I'm just going to tear into it. We'll jump straight into your walkout song. We got to loop back. Jeez, we've been gas bagging for a while. What's your walkout song? Let's go on YouTube.
Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis Baxter. I don't think you can get one better than that. Like.
Oh, hopefully this doesn't.
I did the Panau remix is what I've done. So
how do you spell Panau?
Pnau. It's just a little bit more upbeat.
Let's have a look. I got a Sophie Ellis Baxter story as well. I don't know if I'm going to tell. I'll tell it. It's glorious. Come on, let's go. That's it. Hit it. I like it already, to be honest. A bit slower than normal.
It starts a little bit slower, but then it gets
drop a
thought a little bit more upbeat.
I like it.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yep.
First time, quick story. It's all about me today. Quick story about Sophie Ellis-Bextor. I met Sophie Ellis-Bextor. This is back in 2001. This is when she'd released Groovejet with Spiller.
Yeah, okay.
Back in the day. And I saw it first time in my life. I've been starstruck. I didn't think it was a thing. I saw Prince Charles. Didn't give a shit. Saw Sophie Ellis-Bextor, and I saw it, and I've gone, oh my God. And I was... The reason I was in the same location as her, I won't get into that. But it was on a morning TV show. Don't ask me how I got there. And she was there, and I got to talk to this lady. I've got to, and I was looking like garbage with her. I got to talk to her just so I can tell my mates I've talked to her.
Yeah.
And I was saying, what can I possibly say to her? And she looks like just was looking perfect. And I said, I'm going to go up to her and I'm going to introduce myself, and I'm going to say, oh, you were great in the Spiller video clip, because this is just before Murder on the Dance Floor came out.
Yeah, okay.
And I hummed it hard, and I was nervous, and I couldn't, and I was, like I said, starstruck. And I went, okay, no, I can't. And then she went on the TV. I think the show was called This Morning, which is like our Sunrise, but it's in the UK. And then she was there talking. I go, okay, that's it. I'm gonna say it afterwards. I had it lined up. She had to walk past me to get out. And they were interviewing her, and they said, what are some of the stupidest things people have ever said to you? And then she turned around, and I still said, she goes, I just hate it when people come up to me and go, aren't you the girl in the Spiller video? Almost word for word what I was going to say. And then they wrapped up the interview, and she walked off, and that was it. I couldn't talk. Couldn't talk to her.
She saved you. She saved you from the embarrassment.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Another one.
She's had 6 kids.
Yeah, okay.
She's busy.
Fair effort.
Still killing it as well. Good on you, Soph. I know she listens to these interviews all the time. Sophie, hit me up. Still around. She was in Perth a while ago.
Yeah, okay.
Sent her a message. She didn't get back to me. She was too busy. That's good. I do like the fact that you've gone a bit more dancey, a bit more...
Yeah, something a bit different.
A bit more fun.
I went to the UFC here and watched Josh Coolabah, and he came out to this song. And as soon as it came on, that first little hook, I just went, if I ever have a fight,
that's it.
That's what I'm doing.
He just got cut by the UFC.
I know.
That's rough. I liked him.
He should have won his last fight as well. He just... I don't know what he did.
Snatched.
Killed the first round, and then he just...
What happened?
Wasn't active the second two, so I saw him after we went to the after party thing. I was having a bit of a chat to him, and you see when people don't want to be speaking to you. I probably had about 20 beers, and I was having a chat to him, and I could just get that vibe. He's like being super polite, super nice, but just didn't want to have a chat to me. But he was obviously super disappointed, but.
I liked him.
Great bloke, yeah.
What happened? Because I think his UFC record was like 2-4 or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but he had a few close fights, didn't he?
Well, the last one he won the first round, and then the last 2, the guy just got on top. He made a couple of little mistakes on the floor, and the guy just took his back, and he just couldn't get out of the position. And
how do you spell his name? I'm gonna have a look at his record.
Couli, I think. No, that's Koulibaly. That's there we go, down the bottom.
Where are we? Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at this guy's record. Oh, mate, I had such high hopes. Got a bit of Bruce Lee about him. Yeah, I do like that.
He's lost, that's it.
Let's
3
have
in
a
a row.
look.
So
he went 3-5 with 1 draw. He drew to Charles Jourdain. He's no joke.
Yeah, exactly. So he did well, but it was... where was it?
So what's that? He had a split draw and then 2 split losses.
The last one... Ricardo Ramos, the one he lost to.
Ramos.
So, yeah.
That was last year. But if you think about it, though, if he would have got up on those 2, that's a pretty impressive record.
I know, 2 split decisions as well, so it's pretty tough to be cut.
I think he got a bit of a raw deal there. Yeah. I'll be honest.
I agree.
When some other people don't get cut.
Oh, yeah. But it's all about the name in the UFC, isn't it? It's not all about the record, unfortunately. So...
It's about how entertaining you are.
Yeah, and he's a good fighter, but he's not the most... He's not not many guys at 145 are, but he doesn't go out there and knock guys out, so...
This is only because I was looking at this the other day. This is something that I find a bit rough. Andrea KGB Lee, I hope she doesn't listen to this. She's still in the UFC. Check out this record from there.
Whoa.
So she's gone 9-2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 9-2. She's still getting a go. Not saying it's because of her OnlyFans. Not saying I've seen it.
It's probably brings in a lot of attention. So
yeah, she does. She got an OnlyFans. It's pretty good, apparently, according to someone, not me. All right, let's get back to this UFC.
Yep.
Just we have been going for a while. You staying at the Crown?
Pardon?
You staying at the Crown?
Yep. Staying there.
Got to stay at the Crown.
Yeah, we only live 5 minutes away, but we just thought we'd get a room for the night, so why not?
It's good.
Yeah.
At the Towers?
Yep, at the Towers.
The convenience is understated. The fact that you can leave your room and within 1 minute you are in there, that's great.
Yep.
That's what you need. Plus when
definitely.
you need to go back up and after your fight.
Yeah, just thinking like I don't know when I'll be on the card, and like if I'm towards the end, then you just like if I just need to go and relax, don't want to. I know some people want to be around it and watching other people fight, and other people get nervous and don't want to be there. So I don't know what I'm going to be like on the night. So
we had a guy, Billy Quincroft, his name was, and the event started. He fought late. I think he fought about fight 11, and he went up like at 6 o'clock for a bit of a nap before his fight. Yeah. And I was like, how calm is this person?
Yeah,
to be able to do that.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy. But most people ask me where they think where I think they're gonna fight, and I just say in the middle. That I have no idea, but say somewhere in the middle.
Hedge your bets.
Yeah, somewhere between about 2 and 12, somewhere in the middle there. Have you got a preference to where you want to fight?
I mean, I'd love to be, for selfish reasons, so I can go have some beers with the boys and family and fiance and stuff.
Early?
I'd love to be early, but also I'll kind of like to be at the end as well, because that's finishing the show kind of thing. That'd be good.
Oh, bring the house down.
Yeah, exactly.
For New Choice Homes.
Yeah, that's it.
Take
So
the belt.
I don't know. I don't really mind. It is what it is. Like, it doesn't really bother me either way. You still got your 6 minutes in there, hopefully.
They Nigel and Glenn put the fights together in the perfect order. It is quite special how they manage to do it.
Yeah.
And I see it sometimes, and I have no say in the order. And I've thought maybe this isn't the best order. Like last time when I think they had Jordan against Cam. Let's have a quick look here. So it started with. Fight 4 was Jordan O'Halloran against Cam Simons. Now these are two massive heavyweights. Both of these guys are about 6'4", 6'5", and I thought that is a big call to have at Fight 4. But it was exactly what the night needed after 3 very good female fights.
Yeah,
and they just somehow managed to structure. Is that your phone?
Don't think so.
That's my phone.
That's you. That's you.
I put it on airplane mode. Better not have cut the video out. Jeez. They just structure the fight just incredibly well.
Yeah.
Like how they do it. They've been around it for that long that they just know how to, take the crowd up and down. They know that if there's a chance of a finish here, then we'll put a chance of a 3-rounder here, and they do it well. Yeah. And I don't think anyone's that unhappy with where they are.
I'd say that probably Mason and Josh should probably be the headliner this year. You'd think, well, if Mason's got his sunburn at the moment, which it doesn't look great, but
he's just luring Josh into a false sense of security before he finishes him in the first round.
Josh is pretty good.
He's so good, isn't he?
I was doing some rounds with him the other day, and I'm like,
Jesus. I got a big bet on as well with Mongy about he is all over Josh Pryor, and I'm all on Mason Zuen all day. So
be interesting.
I don't know. I like Josh. He knows I'm not talking.
I like them both. I'd probably back Josh at the moment, to be fair.
Everyone is. Everyone's sleeping on Mace.
To be fair, I've done one session with Mason because he hasn't been down there that much. He's been training for his whatever he's doing, the swim and kayak or whatever he was up to, and now he's got 9th degree sunburn on his legs. So
he needs to start training more.
Yeah.
I liked it. I spoke to Josh Pryor. I spoke to Josh prior to the PCR and say, please don't take anything personal. I say it's a joke. We're trying to hype it up. But Josh and I get on very well.
Yeah.
And he's a good man, and he's such a good fighter.
Yeah, he's very good.
I just like the unpredictability of Mason. down to the point you don't know whether he's going to be at training.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And then rocks up with sunburn.
To be fair, he was there the other day and he was sitting there doing weights even though he couldn't train. So there you go. There's a good bit of commitment from him.
No, if there's anyone to get him switched on, though, it's Nige.
Yeah, okay.
Glenn, I think, would have him that out of control that he would take on his opponent, then the ref, then probably all the ring girls. But he couldn't be in safer hands with Nige.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. That'll be good. I don't know if they're going to go main event, though.
I just think because that's where I'd put him because I think I haven't really done a whole lot of boxing with Mason, so I don't really know how good he is, but I'd assume that they'd be pretty similar levels of them pairing him up. So
I think Mace called him out.
Yeah, Josh is like the best one down there. He's got the best skills for sure. So
he's so quiet as well.
Yeah, he's just
so much.
Very good. He's very, very good. He was the one guy out of the whole. When I went down there at the start, I was like, I just don't really want to fight that guy out of anybody. He's just
Josh.
He just hits a bit harder than everybody else. So I hope he's not listening. Don't tell him I said that. I'll still spar with him, but
nah, he's good, and he's good to learn from. Jesus, will people stop texting me? I'm in the middle of something.
Blowing your phone up, mate.
I didn't think text came through. I don't know. I'll deal with that later. Hopefully, that doesn't stop that recording. Yeah, like I think Josh is the kind of guy that even if you're on the opposite team, he'd still probably lend a hand.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
he's a quality guy.
I think, like there's just seems to be a lot of good people down there, which is really good. Like
there is no dickheads. They manage to always do that.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
I think they vet you out a little bit before you get down.
There's a lot of vetting.
Yeah, so
there's a lot of background checks going on.
Try and avoid getting because it happens at every gym. Like even the best gyms, there's always you get blow-ins who are just dickheads and want to come down and be the big shot and fight the coach and be a hero. But like I've been pretty lucky with my experience down at Scrappy. They're really good with that culture as well.
Yeah.
Like if someone's being a dick and going too hard, one of the coaches will call you out immediately, and you don't really want to mess with those guys. They know what they're doing. So.
Well, that's it. If you were big noting yourself and touching people up, Nigel, Glenn will jump in the ring with you.
100%.
Imagine that.
100%.
Oh,
that's not what you want.
Worse. No.
Sorry.
It's no one should want. But I think that's how they control it.
Yeah.
And probably one of the best boxers who is the ultimate hype machine is Michael.
Yeah, okay.
Have you know Michael Walden?
Probably. I'm horrible with names. So.
Michael Walden is one of the best dancers I've seen in the PCR.
Yeah, okay.
He just hypes everyone up. He's a good boxer. Well, from what I've seen, I was quite impressed. But also very helpful person. So
I'm honestly so horrible with names. I know faces, but
I should do a list.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm useless. Like it's just this thing that I have when I introduce myself to people. I just don't really listen when they say their name back. And it's not that I'm trying not to. It's just not good.
You're being rude to people.
It's always been
That's Michael.
Oh, yeah.
The hype machine.
The hype machine.
Michael Walden.
The big hugs, the big sweaty hugs at the end.
He does. There's so much sweat flying around there. Hasn't someone got the flu or something?
Yeah, I think that's. I saw that today on the page. I haven't been around this weekend, so I'm all right.
Just avoid it. It happens every time.
Yeah.
I remember the year it was COVID. That was panic.
It got cancelled that year, didn't it?
Yeah, because it was one person had it, and then it went through the crew, and then everyone had it, and they just said, and plus they couldn't do it anyway because the government shut everything down.
Yeah, exactly.
And the day it opened, they said, "All right, let's do this event." I'm like, "Oh, that was a rush." That second one because we did one in September and then one in November.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was like it finished on the Saturday, and induction was like the next week for the new crowd. It was too much. I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
What team you reckon? I did ask you there. What do you reckon? You like your red, or you think you look better in blue?
I think I look better in blue, to be fair, but I don't really mind. Like,
I could do some promo.
I got no. Both the guys are good. Both the coaches. So
yeah, blue is your colour. Brings out your eyes, mate.
Blue's more my colour, but it is what it is. I'm happy to be on whatever team and. Yeah.
That's the right answer.
Yep.
And then next week, if I interviewed you next week, you should say, thank God I'm on Team Blue.
Yeah, I'll tell you next week. What team I really want to be on. So.
Obviously, Karen and Mike are fully supportive of you taking part. Yep. And How good was I with remembering names then?
Well done.
How good was that?
Well done.
Mike, nearly got me with Mike. Naomi and the rest of the family and friends, what do they think about you getting in the ring?
Yeah, really supportive. Dad's coming down as well, Rick. So
Rick?
He's got him and a couple of his mates as well. So got them on a table, got my cousin Craig, which is good. Obviously Naomi, and then just a bunch of the boys. Okay. So all the mates and stuff like that are going to be down there. And
everyone's supportive?
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
It's all the the aunties and like Naomi's family ask him, they go, why are you fighting? Why? Nanas especially.
Yeah, of course.
Nanas don't get it.
No.
But my Nana doesn't get it, but Naomi's Nana's like, yeah, go. Like we're going to hopefully get the live stream up for them so they can watch it. So
live stream is sorted this year.
Cool.
It is sorted. It's sorted.
Yeah,
that's all I'll say.
That'll be good because I've got mates who don't live here and this and that. I'd love to flick them the live stream so they can watch as well. And
there were some issues last year, but they have been rectified. And we got Brightside on it as well. Brightside of the audio visual company. Brightside Live. Victor and the crew. Can't speak highly enough of them. They're the ones who do the Wildcats. They do tennis. They do everything. Beautiful. So it is, just put it in Victor's hands. That stuff gets done. I'm not even going to worry. I said, Victor, can you get it done? Victor said, in his accent, he said, I got this, Brad. That's all I need.
Good.
You're not sure who your opponent's going to be. So would you'd feel comfortable in fighting James Osler?
I'm happy to I'm comfortable fighting anybody. It doesn't
confidence. I love it.
At the end of the day, it's a bit of fun, but
you're not there to hurt each other.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll always back myself, in against anybody down there. There's guys that I think will be a harder fight than others, but I welcome the challenge because what's the point? I want a challenge. That's what
I do like your attitude.
I've had a couple of mates who said, "Oh, you should just try and take it easy for the first couple of weeks and this and that." And I said,
"Do not do that."
I said, "What's the point of that? Then you get matched up with somebody who's not at your level, and then you go out there and win. You don't feel like you've achieved anything. So
you want to win by that much.
I want to fight someone who's good and
win by split.
Once I get my opponent and I go, oh shit, that's going to be a hard fight, and it makes me want to train harder. So
that's a good way to be.
Yeah.
If you were taking it easy, they'd spot it.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see it.
These guys have been around boxing for a while. They know what's going on. So
and they'll give you something that will make you regret too.
Exactly. So no, I'm happy to fight anybody down there. It is what it is, and looking forward to it. So,
nice. Yeah. I like the attitude.
Maybe not Big Jared because he's
Jared Chamberlain?
Yeah, he's just too much. Bit stronger than, bit heavier than me, but
he's a lot of man.
He hits very hard, that man. So even when he just touches you with the punches, you're just going, I feel a bit sorry for the bloke who's going to have to fight this guy.
He fought the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought Vince, and Vince managed to avoid those big sledgehammers for 3 rounds.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know if I could. He's so long in the punches. Talk about him too much, actually.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys down there that are just too... I'm short, so, they're probably not the best matchup for me, but even in sparring, most guys are bigger than me. So I've got to kind of work to figure that out.
Get inside.
Yeah,
Mike Tyson wasn't a huge fighter.
That's where I like to fight inside. I'm happy to fight there. So,
and if you got the gas tank, that's all you need.
Exactly.
Just wear them down.
That's what I'm working on. So,
have you got a nickname?
I did James. I did James Chaos Calway. So
that's good.
Yeah,
I like it.
I put it out to the boys, and they came up with absolute garbage. So I went and figured it out myself.
Did you ask ChatGPT?
I didn't, but
should we do that now?
Yeah,
I've got it right here.
Go for it.
Here we go. Just looking at Andrew.
The boys. I think the best one they came up with was with James the chef Calway,
for
cooking up a storm.
A man named James Calway. Do you know there's a James Galway?
Yeah, I do. The pipe player.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I think that his nickname is the man with the golden flute or something.
One of my mates bought me an album of his James Galway.
Yeah, it's all great.
So, yeah,
he could play that man.
Yeah.
Create a fight. I'm asking ChatGPT here. Create a fight nickname for a man named James Calway. Here we go. James the Iron Tide Calway.
There you go. My mate Nathan said iron something. So
here we go. Give me 10, ChatGPT, please. James No Mercy. James the Juggernaut.
Yeah, the Juggernaut was thrown out there by the boys. So
Thunderstrike, Calway. These are all pretty stock standard, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
That rhymes with Calway. This will make it tougher for you, ChatGPT. James all day. Oh, Doomsday. We had Riley, Easy Bakes Ovens. How good's that nickname? Easy Bakes Ovens fought a guy by the name of Daniel Dooms, and his last name was Day.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, Daniel Doomsday.
That's easy.
James No Way. Oh, James Hell's Gateway Calway. That's a lot. That's a lot. Make what payday?
I can't walk out there with a nickname saying James Hell's Gateway Calway and then walk out to Sophie Ellis Baxter. That's just
Baxter.
Yeah, Baxter. I always say Baxter.
I can't believe you mispronounced Sophie's name.
Shame on you. Sorry. Obviously I'm not as big a fan as you. I'm sorry.
Well, if chaos is good.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm just throwing ChatGPT.
I didn't want something too complicated. I thought something nice and easy. So
it can't be anything too intimidating when Sophie's on the speakers.
Yeah, exactly. So
I can't think of anything. But no, chaos is good.
Yeah,
chaos.
Yeah, I floated out to the boys and they had...
What'd they give you?
Oh, just absolute garbage. Absolute garbage.
They promise so much, friends, and they deliver so little.
They just went off on cowboy tangents and pirate tangents, and I'm like, where are you guys going with this? There was about 8 of them giving me nicknames for about 2 days, but yeah, some of them were okay. Some of them were pure garbage. Tim, shout out to you.
Shout out to Timmy boy.
Absolutely horrible, but yeah.
Consistent. Yeah. Timmy consistent with his terrible nickname.
Consistently shit.
So. Never met Timmy, but he sounds like the type of guy to give terrible nicknames.
Oh, I knew that was coming. So,
have you got any, like, you seem confident, you seem in the right headspace. That's what I've noticed is it's not confidence, it's not arrogance, it's nothing. It's just you seem to understand what this whole event is about.
Yeah.
Where some people often will latch onto something and get caught up in it and get worried. Like, I know on Sunday, I know exactly what's going to happen. There's going to be a bunch of people that aren't happy with their matchups because they think that they're going to lose. And funnily enough, they're normally the people that end up winning.
Yeah.
But you seem to be in a very good headspace at the moment.
I trust the guys. They know more about boxing than I do. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they'll match you up with someone that they think's a fair fight for me, and if it's someone that I think is better than me, then I just need to work harder.
I like that attitude. Yeah. Is this how you are normally?
I try to be, but no, I try to be, but you know, it's always constantly trying to evolve and be better.
Yeah.
So,
does Naomi keep you calm, keep you sane?
She's been such an amazing support through this whole thing. Like, I've been trying to eat super healthy, and she's been there by my side doing all that as well. She's just been super encouraging, and we spend a lot of time together. So, doing a lot of training, a lot of sacrifices to be out and about, and but yeah, so she's been amazing, like really, really good for me. And
that's good.
Yeah, that's very supportive.
I'm not sure if people get the support network get enough credit.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got New Choice Homes, obviously, financial support, and obviously just support in general from what you said. But your family and friends there, it's a big thing, and it must be daunting. Imagine if it was Naomi fighting.
Oh, 100%. I'd try to be...
I'd get worried if it was Naomi fighting, and all I've done is seen photos.
Yeah, I'd try to be half as supportive as she's been to me. Like, she's been going down to the rec lab and doing like ice baths and
they good for recovery?
So good.
Really?
Like, so good. Yeah.
Got to get into that. Never.
It's daunting the first couple of times you do it because it's cold. But you go from the like 5-degree pools into the like hot magnesium pool, back and forth. So she's been coming down there and doing recovery with me and doing all that kind of stuff. And she went out and bought me a massage like gun, so I can they're so good for like the forearms and stuff like that. Just
with the different attachments on it as well.
Yeah, I've got all the different. I've only ventured in with one, but I've got to venture into it a little bit more.
Nah, you got 10 attachments, mate. So you just use the same one.
Yeah,
and the other ones sit. And all you do is the other ones, the little O-ring, that it clicks in.
Yeah.
You'll lose the O-ring, so just start taking the O-rings off the ones that you don't use. That's how it works.
Yeah, cool.
Don't buy new O-rings. Just ruin the rest of them.
I haven't gone to the rest of them yet. I found one that works, and I've just been...
The ball?
I'm a simple man, yeah.
Is it the ball one?
Yep, the ball.
The ball. Beautiful.
It's the best one anyway. I've never seen any other ones without the ball.
No.
So.
Why not just in our package, there's 5 accessories, just 5 balls.
Yeah, exactly. If something happens,
and new ball.
On, you're good to go.
They're not going to wear out.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
balls.
So
how do we even get onto this? Well, that's about it.
Cool.
We have been going for just shy of 2 hours. That's been very interesting. I like your attitude. It's what I needed today.
Cool.
Not saying that Diamond Discipline weren't a great couple of people, but I was a little bit tired. Maybe it's coming off work last night. But I do like your attitude, and I think that attitude and the way you're looking at this event is only going to be beneficial to you and your team.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you get everyone pumped. You get me pumped. I'm more energy now.
I'm excited. I want to, support the team, and hopefully, whichever if I'm on blue or red, we get up on the night and go. We can have another whitewash.
11-2. Don't get mongy.
Nah, let's not 11-2. Let's go 14-15-0. Let's try for that. So that'd leave someone real pissed off.
I don't think that could happen. I mean, technically,
that's
it could happen.
That's what we're working towards. Whatever team I'm on, that's what we'll be trying for.
If that happens, like I said, it is possible. But Glenn and Nige, Chris and Craig are so competitive. They will not let that happen. They don't want to drop one fight.
I know. But they might have to get in the ring themselves to sort it out. If whoever's Glenn or Nigel might have to get in the ring at the end of the night to get a win for their team if that happened.
I do remember that 11-2. That was back at, Jesus, which one was that at? That was back at PCR 11. I still remember that. Out of all of these fights, there's probably 2 that were a little bit one-sided.
Yeah.
But out of all of those fights, that 11-2 could have very easily been, 6-7 the other way.
Yeah.
There was a lot of extremely close. Justin Abernathy, that's one.
Yeah, okay.
He talks more shit than anyone. Mongy, he was on that card.
Did Mongy win?
Yeah, Mongy won. He fought first time. Trent Hallwood been down at training. The Hood Pope. Good man.
Maybe, but yeah, not sure.
Mongy fought the Hood Pope, Trent Hallwood. I believe that was PCR 9 or PCR 8. I think it was PCR 9. Yes, PCR 9. And he lost, and then Mongy was just focused and came back, and he fought at PCR 11. He fought Ian, the Doogfather Dags, and just got up, and he was ecstatic.
Yeah, nice.
Dags did a great job as well. But it is, you see like a lot of guys coming back, and I've never seen anyone that is disappointed or wish they hadn't done it. Even the people like, last time 12, PCR 12, you had 15 fighters, the 15 that lost. I don't think any of them have turned around and gone, geez, I wish I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
no, that's it.
That's about it, mate. I want to thanks for coming in. You've actually motivated me a bit today.
Good.
That's good. I don't know. It's the first time. Normally, who have I got? I don't know who I've got for the rest of the week. I've got Abby coming in on one of these days if she ever replies to my message. I might have your opponent, Jared, coming in tomorrow as well.
Cool.
Mate,
Jared's a good bloke.
He's a great
Get some training in tonight. So.
Jared Barnard. Mate, you are 32 days and 8 hours away from PCR 13. Sold out. Crown Towers, April 5th, 2025. I cannot wait. Counting down the days, 32. I want to thank you for spending your Tuesday afternoon with me. It should have been last Tuesday. That was me that cancelled. Jeez, I can't believe I did that. Thanks for coming in, mate. Wish you all the best for the last few weeks. I see Sunday. Matchups.
Yep.
Matchups Sunday. Cannot wait to get down there. Cannot wait to see which team you go on. But thanks for coming in, mate, and I wish you all the best for your last few weeks.
Thanks so much. Appreciate being here.